Greetings everyone, this is Mozart. Today I'm going to talk about the most famous complaint associated with the Gixxer 150, which is oil leak from the Magneto cover. Now this problem has been present since the launch of this motorcycle back in September 2014, and till date Suzuki has done absolutely nothing to fix this problem. Now before we proceed further, let's establish a couple of things. This is the Magneto cover, and inside here is the stator coil assembly, which looks something like this, right? So this is the stator coil. You have this cable coming out from the stator coil. Then in the middle here, we have this rubber grommet, which is actually the most important part in today's discussion. And then you have the rest of the cable continuing outside and goes to the battery, right? Now, in the Magneto cover, right over there, there is a U-shaped opening. And this opening has three edges, and the fourth side is completely open. And through this opening, that cable comes out from the stator coil and goes to the battery. Now, this opening is sealed by the rubber grommet. And if you can see, the rubber grommet has grooves on three sides. And those three grooves slot into the three edges of the opening. The fourth side is the flat side, which actually presses against the crankcase wall. And that's how it's supposed to form the seal. Now, if there is an oil leak in this area, then one thing is guaranteed, that the oil leak is happening from that U-shaped opening. And the reason for that leak is because the rubber grommet is not sealing that opening properly. And that is because the rubber grommet is defective. Now, naturally, the solution would be to replace that rubber grommet, isn't it? Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Now, as you can see, that rubber grommet is fixed in line with the cable of the stator coil, and it does not come separately. So, if you want to replace this rubber grommet, you actually have to replace the entire stator coil assembly, which is priced at 1,076 Indian rupees. And that can become really costly for some people, right? However, if you are under warranty and if you have a proper service record, then the replacement of that stator coil assembly will be done free of cost, absolutely free of cost. The only thing that you will have to pay for is the gasket, the Magneto cover gasket. This gasket is priced at 47 Indian rupees for a single piece, and it goes right between the crankcase and the Magneto cover, right? So that was regarding the problem and the simple solution for it. But let's take a few situations into consideration and answer a couple of questions. Situation number one: you have noticed an oil leak for the very first time and you're still under warranty. What should you do next? The answer is very simple. Step number one, don't panic. Step number two, don't start asking people around you what to do next. Don't go on Facebook and start asking people in Gixxer groups what to do next. Instead, stay calm. Step number three, take your motorcycle to the nearest authorized service center and report the problem to them. Once you do that, the service center personnel will take care of everything. If required, they will replace the stator coil assembly free of cost. The only thing that you will have to pay for is the gasket, which will cost about 47 Indian rupees, right? Now, here's the shocker. Even after the replacement, there is no guarantee that the new rubber grommet will be free of defects. There is a possibility that it will be defective. And I'm saying this from experience because I have replaced my stator coil assembly twice. So that's one thing that you will have to keep an eye out for. Situation number two. You had an oil leak once, you got it fixed under warranty. After some time, the oil leak started again, and you're still under warranty. What should you do next? Again, the answer is the same as that for the previous situation. Don't panic. Don't start asking other people about what to do. Instead, take your motorcycle to the nearest authorized service center and report the problem to them. They will take care of it. And like I said, the only thing that you will have to pay for is the gasket, which will cost you 47 Indian rupees. Now, I want you guys to keep one thing in mind. It doesn't matter how many times the oil leaks. As long as you are under warranty, the service center will keep replacing the part free of cost. The only thing you will have to pay for is the gasket. Keep this in mind. Situation number three. Now under this, I'm going to put forward two scenarios. Scenario number one: when you were under warranty, there was never an oil leak, but after your warranty expired, the oil leak started. What should you do next? And scenario number two: you had an oil leak once and you got it fixed under warranty, but after some time, the oil leak started again, but you're no longer under warranty. What should you do next? The answer to both these questions is the same, but it is a little bit dependent on luck. So once again, don't panic. Don't start asking the people around you what to do next. Instead, take your motorcycle to the nearest authorized service center and report the problem to them. Then what the service center will do is escalate the issue to the regional manager, and the regional manager will then look into your service history, and if you have a really good service history, then he may or may not consider providing you with a free of cost replacement for the starter coil assembly. It is all up to the discretion of the regional manager on whether or not to provide the free of cost replacement. So that's why I said it is dependent on luck. But from what I've heard, usually they do provide a free of cost replacement, because this oil leak from the Magneto cover is a well-known issue. Situation number 4: for one reason or another, Suzuki has refused to provide you a free of cost replacement. So what can you do next? You really only have one option left. You will have to apply a gasket maker around the rubber grommet to seal that U-shaped opening. Now the gasket maker is available in a couple of colors. I've seen them available in 3 colors. I'll put up the picture on the screen. There's the black, white, and reddish brown that I've seen. Now I would definitely recommend going with the black one because aesthetically it will be much better. So what you can do is you can come to a service center or go to a local mechanic, ask them to open up the Magneto cover, and then you can apply the gasket maker around the rubber grommet and then seal everything back together. And that's pretty much the final resort solution that you have. That's pretty much it about today's video. I hope that I've explained the problem in detail and the solutions as well. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section below. And you can message me on Facebook or Twitter as well. Links will be in the description. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. Ride safe. I'll see you in the next one.